Hey guys, check it out. Multi-voice reviewer is reading a joke encyclopedia book. Let's check it out.
Oh man, that's gross. Oh, that is just rude. Sorry, I was, reading a little something from the Friars Club. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the other review. Now, what exactly am I reviewing for today? Oh yeah, Freakazoid. I forgot. Superhero extraordinaire, Freakazoid, Freakazoid, running around in his underwear, Freakazoid, Freakazoid. Guess who's watching on TV? Freakazoid, Freakazoid. He's here to save the nation, so stay tuned for the station. Check out Dexter Douglas, our computer hack. Our computer hack. Is it heck or hack? Oh, anyway. Surfing through the internet into cyberspace, he turned into the Freakazoid. He makes all the villains crazy, cause he's a lunatic. I couldn't remember all the lyrics, so. Now, what can I say about Freakazoid? Actually, what can you say? Ever since the creator of Animaniacs, when they were done making their series for Animaniacs, they wanted to make their own superhero movie. And of course, ever since Bruce Timm, when he did that Batman animated series, he made the Creeper. And they decided to take the personality of the Creeper and make it into something that is really, really different, that even Steven Spielberg gives it an okay. Yeah, Steven Spielberg himself, since he presented. Now, unlike the Creeper who was drugged, here's a little background story. Freakazoid started out as a nerd who goes by the name of Dexter Douglas. While he was putting a brand new chip in his computer, his cat kept pressing all the buttons. Just walking through the keyboard, pressing all the random buttons, and then he added delete, and that's when he went into cyberspace. And being in cyberspace, it transformed him into the Freakazoid. A nutty, crazy superhero who's unlike any other. Now, of course, they started that one episode where he had 3 girls he had in mind. But, of course, throughout the rest of this season, it narrowed it down to Stephanie, the lovely blonde-haired girl who becomes his girlfriend. And he also meets a police chief. A police chief who goes by the name of Cosgrove. Now, he's supposed to be like the Commissioner Gordon to Freakazoid. But unlike Commissioner Gordon, he likes to ask Freakazoid out for anything. Like, anytime if danger is happening, Freakazoid's about ready to run, and Cosgrove says, "Hey, Freakazoid, care to join me in the Renaissance Fair?" And he joins him, and then he tells him what kind of dangers he's going to be dealing with. And tell him to keep a lookout. Now, one thing, there was a little bit more to the origin. Like, Dexter Douglas got this chip from this one company, owned by Rakato Matoban. My costume is made of rich Corinthian leather.
Hey! I
I did the rich Caribbean leather joke. Rich Caribbean leather. Yeah, but you never met Rakato Montalban. Rakato Montalban's supposed to be playing the owner of the computer lab, and there is this Scottish guy who is responsible for the chip. And he goes by the name, I think it's Ronald McStour. Aye, Ronald McStour. And he becomes more like the Freakazoid's mentor. Heck, who wants to have a Scottish guy as a mentor? You know, there are times I like to have Sean Connery as my mentor. The only way that you can be a true Highlander, Mr. Graham. Never lose your temper. Now, throughout the entire show, I mean, it gets absolutely hilarious and funny. And of course, the sense of humor was a little similar. I mean, more kid-friendly version of Family Guy, which I don't really care much of. Shows from Adult Swim and every YouTube animated comedy. And of course, around March 17th, they made a Freakazoid convention. Freakacon. Where all the Freakazoid cosplays can dress up as a Freakazoid and see who wins the contest and ask a lot of questions for two of the creators who created. And of course, one of the creators did the voice of Freakazoid. Now, for those of you who want to know who did the voice of Cosgrove, is of course Ernie Hudson. You know him. He played Mr. Graham on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Mr. Graham! Now, of course, there was a lot of guest stars. And a lot of villains, too. Like, Dave Warner, that British actor. He did the voice of one of Freakazoid's memorable arch nemesis. The Lobe. Yes, 'tis I, the Lobe. But of course, he has other villains. Like, he has this guy who calls himself the Caveman. He looks like a caveman, he dressed like a caveman, but he talks like a rich snob. Even though I am a caveman, but I subscribe to the New Yorker. And of course there is Longhorn. He's supposed to be this human bull who kind of sounds like some kind of Elvis Presley kind of guy. Thank you very much. Uh-huh. And of course there is this snake girl who has a giant pet snake. And of course, they did one episode where Caveman and the Snake Girl, they start liking each other. Oh, could it be love? I wish my fingers can make the heart shape. Well, I can do it. Love. And of course, there is this really interesting villain I kind of like, who goes by the name of Candle Jack. He's supposed to be this ghostly-like villain who kidnaps people who says his name, Candlejack. So, scream. Ah! Sorry, I get carried away. You scream like a girl. Oh, shove it, Deadpool. And of course, you cannot forget that you have Tim Curry playing one of the villains. He's supposed to be playing this mad scientist who's supposed to be like it's supposed to be a parody of Dr. Moreau, Island of Dr. Moreau. You know, the mad scientist who mixed DNA with animals, humans and animals. Based from a book. But of course, to Tim Curry's character, he starts turning most of his goons into human monkeys.
Oh, yes, that's right. I conducted an experiment to turn people into human monkeys. They call me mad, fungled, malloyed, but I'll show the world. Try the tuna casserole. It is good.
Oh, right.
I saw that. You think I got a clock in my head, do you?
Ooh. But sadly, the Freakazoid series, it only lasted for like 2 seasons. And, surprisingly, that's how far it went. But of course, there is a rumor talking about that they're going to plan to make a Freakazoid live-action movie, and maybe start to reboot the Freakazoid series. Like, make a brand new reboot series of Freakazoid. And heck, there's even a character they showed up, but didn't even have time to reveal herself. Freakadet. Where it's hinting that that Freakazoid's girlfriend might turn into Freakadet. But who knows? I mean, if they're going to do that one on the reboot, or maybe make a live-action movie and put that in there, who knows? So, right now, there's a lot of die-hard fans who really do like Freakazoid enough that a lot of fans wish they can do a live-action. I mean, heck, there is a fan-made video of Freakazoid. You can look it up on YouTube. It's pretty funny and really good. And they're all talking about having a live-action movie of Freakazoid, except this time, make it more dark and gritty like all the other superheroes. If you ask me, I think they should make it more kid-friendly and lighthearted like Jim Carrey, the Mask version, and not the Mask comic version. Aww, I want him to be dark and gritty, like I wanted the Mask to be dark and gritty like the comics. I mean, if I have all these superheroes to be dark and gritty, they'll be more like me! Simmer down, Freakazoid. Anyway, I mean, this is all I can find about Freakazoid, folks. But this is my review of Freakazoid. But, much to my surprise, they didn't make any comic books of Freakazoid. They only made, like, 1 or 2 issues about him, and that was it. No comic books about Freakazoid. But what they did is that Dark Horse made a superhero who is similar to Freakazoid, but a whole lot different. And I do like this artist's artwork. I mean, he makes pretty good artwork on his comics. And this superhero is called Madman. Now, I need to do some research to know more about this guy so I can do a good review of this. But for right now, this is Freakazoid for you. So, my next review, it's going to be Madman. Oh, hey! I'm a madman myself! No, you're just some merc with a mouth. And they call you the merc with a mouth because you don't even know when to shut up. Anyway, folks, if any of you like this Freakazoid review, please leave a comment down below, hit like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next review. It's going to be Madman. So see you soon. Say goodbye, Deadpool. Oh, bleep, 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 and that's all. Deadpool! Dang it. See ya, folks. Bye-bye.